right. Um,
Good
Thank
morning.
you. Good morning. Good morning. Um, my name is Coach Smile, and we meet every Monday through Friday from 8:45 till 9 o'clock. We answer any questions that anybody might have experienced during that day. Someone in the community will go ahead and help you with your question. And if we don't have the answer, definitely you can call customer support. And generally, you will get satisfaction. Um, and then from 9 until 9:20, we do a mentoring session, and we have different topics. And at the end of that, we then send that out because not everybody is available at 9 o'clock. So you can get your person that is working to get them to experience the same mentoring session that you did. So send that out. For example, send this out. Now, yesterday we talked about be your own example. Be your own example. And never in my wildest thoughts I thought we would have this guest on today. But it's apropos that we talked about be your own best example for your organization. Because if you're a level 10, you will attract leaders at level 9. But a level 5 leader will not attract a level 10 leader. You know, it is said the wolf climbing the hill is much hungrier than the wolf at the top of the hill. And as champions, we are wolves still climbing the hill. And let me do a mic check out. Is Rajiv on?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Is he on?
Yes, he said yes.
Oh, okay. All right. And so this man has exemplified every single thing we talked about yesterday, being an example of his organization. And I never thought that, my mistake, the importance of building a brand. And that's what we're doing. We're not only growing a company, but we're building a brand. And in building a brand, there's a lot of things that goes into a brand. And social media plays a very important part of building a brand, and it's a new way of getting the word out even faster. And to introduce our guests, I want to turn this over to, and then if there's any disruption, all I want you to do is mute everybody out, and we'll start 6 speakers and come back in.
Good morning, everybody. This is Kim.
Okay.
I have to. Good morning.
Go ahead, Kim. Good morning. It's your show.
I am so excited. So we have an amazing opportunity today, and that opportunity is to be able to hear from a fearless leader. There's a saying that says, "If I lead you, you follow me. If I retreat, you shoot me." Well, I have to tell you, we have an amazing leader, someone who is an example, an exemplary. I can't even say the word. He's so amazing. He's an individual that when the chips are down, he's there for us in so many different ways. And one of the things that has impressed me the most about this individual is his compassion, his desire to make a difference in the world in a loving and powerful way. You know, how many times do we have an opportunity to be able to hear from the top people in a company and what their passion is? And today is that day. I want to introduce to you our CEO, the owner of Care Beyond, Mr. Rajiv Singhvi. Rajiv, press star 6, sir.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Coach. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can. Okay. I am very, very excited to join you guys on this call. It is early here, but I barely could sleep last night, to tell you the truth. When Coach and I had dinner, we talked about it, and Coach said, well, you better get on the call. And then I'm not a early riser, so I just couldn't sleep very well. Because I was excited to join you guys on this journey. I actually spent a lot of time with Kim last week, and I have to tell you folks, you have amazing leaders within your organization, and I'm very, very, very excited that you're part of our organization. So again, we just have to make clear that path a little bit when it comes to brand identity and such, and so that people recognize us for who we are and the value we bring to them and their lives, right? And that's one of the things that we wanted to start working on, is that now that we're pretty good when it comes to products and our processes, bringing Mark to the table, the training aspect of things and all of those things. So now the question is, how do we really move to the next level? And that's basically, creating that awareness of who we are, creating that awareness in the ether about what we do and why they should trust us and work with us in building their own businesses and securing their own futures. So that's what we were talking about last night, Coach and I, and it's just we're launching a few things that will really, really impact our status when it comes to a brand. Care Beyond is, it's kind of a way of life, and we were talking yesterday. I was talking to Tracy, and I said, it just came to me, and I said, Care Beyond, like, live, love, care beyond, something like that. And she's like, this is great. We really need to make it a way of life. And that's what it is. So one of the things that we've launched last week, I see that there's very little, I guess there's more confusion around it, but it's okay, is the social media campaign that we launched on Instagram. Instagram is one of those platforms where, you really, it's more than an advertising platform. It's more of a recognition platform. And, so one of the things we did was we created these really, fun personas to kind of try and get that that emotional connection with us. And so that's what we did, was we created these different personas with different people, and we have a campaign, and they kind of go head-to-head against each other, and each persona, and people will vote on each of the personas. And people like to vote, people like games, people like challenges. And, you know, Coach was talking about you guys, the 7-day and 30-day challenges. So those are amazing, amazing initiatives. And that's one of the things that, you know, we've created, is kind of a challenge, you know, in terms of against each other, so that we can have, and we can get other people involved in voting. People love to vote. They just see the story on Instagram, and they say, hey, who would you trust more? Would you trust the principal, or would you trust you know, an athlete? Who would you trust? And so that's the whole challenge, is who would you trust? And we've got a jingle out there as well, and I think we're going to mail it, email it to some of the leaders. It's a really cool, very, very tacky, but very catchy jingle, and you all should recognize it as soon as we send it out to you guys. So the idea is to create that March Madness type philosophy. You know, have those personas go head-to-head against each other, and more and more and more voting would happen. And people, you know, pass it on to their networks, share with other people to sort of, you know, get that voting, you know, momentum going. So this is our second week. The idea is, again, everyone's holding a Care Beyond product in their hand, and have people vote to, you know, reach Final Four, and Final Four is next week. So I want all of you, if you have an Instagram account, if you don't, start one. Start talking to people and pass it on to other people. I've showed it's a very easy way to vote. I know it's a little confusing because of the way things look, but all you have to do is follow Care Beyond, and as soon as you follow Care Beyond has a story. You click on the story, and the story basically it's like a video that's playing by itself. The story plays by itself, and then the story will actually show the voting. And on the top, there's a bar which shows percentages. For each, there'll be 2 pictures, there's a bar on top, and you just click on the bar on the side of whoever you want to vote for, okay? So if you want to vote for the, you know, the media mogul, or you want to vote for the doctor or the nurse, you can click on those and actually, you know, you'll see the percentages change, and you'll see the real percentage voting that's happening live. So that's, and then you can just share that exact story with others by just you know, clicking on it or right-clicking on it, and it'll show share, and you share it with all your friends, and that's what's going to generate that momentum for you know, us as Care Beyond when it comes to brand recognition. So again, more people get more eyeballs, and more people recognize Care Beyond. You know, we'll keep doing these type of stories, again, just from the standpoint of, and then we'll have winners, and we'll give away some product. But the idea is to keep people, you know, hooked in to the Care Beyond brand. And of course, we're going to have the testimonials that just. I was in Orlando about a week and a half ago, and I was just blown away by, you know, the love that people have for our product, and we want to show that love in those testimonials as well. So again, you know, the more people understand our products and know what what kind of change they're making in people's lives, the more they'll adopt it, the more seamless it's going to be when it comes to recruitment as well. So I think it's a win for all of it, for all of us, and we're also doing some more campaigns when it comes to blogs and other marketing campaigns, so that we can, from a corporate side, to support our distribution network. Again, similar things we're going to do for Facebook. And again, let me tell you this, the reason why we have to do it this way is, first off, it's organic. Second, Facebook and so both Facebook and Instagram do not allow any paid advertisement when it comes to CBD. So that's the other challenge, and that's why we have to do it the way we're doing it right now. Any questions?
Yeah, Rajiv, this is Trevor. We very much appreciate you came on and cleared it up for us, because me and Peter were scratching our heads. We were looking at that contest. We were clicking and going to other links, but we were unaware. So about that, we were unaware, how it worked.
Okay. Yeah, it's because of the way Instagram works, you have to do it within the story, and that's why. And don't go to Caribbean Official and click over there. You have to actually do it through your own homepage, through the story. Yeah.
Quick question, Rajiv. This is Christopher Blake in Orlando. On these different social medias, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, what have you, will it also contain the associate code, so that if they click on it and go, to the home page or come, I mean, how are we going to track it and know if it's our people clicking in or who's going to get credit for it?
So this is literally, we're not doing it for. We're not selling anything on this, right? It's just a brand recognition. So whether it's associates or anybody else, it's just understanding the brand. So that when you, as an associate, send out something for Caribbean as an offer, people will recognize that. A lot of times people see offers from other people, from advertised things, and people will not buy it because it's an ad. But now that they've understood and they've participated in this type of a campaign, they will. If you send out a tagged campaign of yours, right, through our pro system or through your own link, they will recognize that. Oh yeah, it's Caribbean. Okay, yeah. I remember when we voted for this thing. So that's the whole reason why that brand recognition is there.
Okay, that kind of clears it up. I wasn't sure if this was part of the marketing campaign for each of our associates or.
Yeah, exactly, and we did this way because we wanted people to, that you send to, that you send to people, and people will watch it. But if you send an ad, people won't. They'll ignore it. So that's why we're trying to do this, is get that participation of your contacts up, is by saying, hey, here's this really funny thing, or here's this awesome campaign, vote for it. Who do you think you like? Who do you trust? So that's the reason why we created this particular campaign, is to make it more, viral, and more from a brand recognition standpoint. So when you go in there and start pitching the products or talk about the company or make an offer, people will recognize that right away.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Hello, Rajiv. How are you? This is Lorna Barnett. I have a question about Facebook. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay, so you said Facebook doesn't allow any paid advertising about CBD. Now,
Yes.
does it allow any conversation about CBD?
Absolutely. So conversation about CBD is no, as long as it's organic, they don't have a problem with it.
Okay, so here's my story. I have a person in California who signed up as an associate, but she wants to use her Care Beyond link from her own website to do sales, but she says, she can't. She thinks that Facebook will not allow her to mention CBD to mention CBD. Is that so? That's not so. It will allow or not?
If he's doing it as so Facebook will absolutely allow it. You're doing it all day, right? If you're on Facebook and you talk about CBD and you send out those I hope you guys are sending it out, those offers that we have on Care Beyond, /share or on our Pro platform. You can absolutely do that. You can make offers. You can have people go to the link, buy the product, all that stuff. That's not a problem.
Okay.
The issue is always paid advertisement. So if you do an ad like Google doesn't allow it either, by the way. So if you do a paid advertisement on saying CBD, or it will automatically recognize your URL if it sees CBD. So Facebook has even it will read pictures. So if you put it in the picture, you think it won't read it, it reads it fine. So it knows that this is a CBD ad. The challenge is if it's paid, then they won't let it go through, and it will actually potentially shut down your account. But if it's just a conversation and you make an offer to other people, it's perfectly fine.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Rajiv, thank you for clearing this up for me. Thank you. It's crystal clear now.
Good. So my expectation is we're going to have a lot of voting by end of day today, 100,000 votes, right?
Absolutely.
Hello, Rajiv. It's Peter.
So this week, the contest ends tomorrow night. We're going to announce the results on Friday, I believe. And then next week is Final Four. We want a huge push for Final Four. Okay, the more people that say it, the more people we're going to give away gifts and this and that and other things. So we want to get more and more people involved with each subsequent round.
Rajiv, what's the username for? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'll speak after you.
No, I just want to.
You have to press *6. Jeez. Good morning, sir. Am I coming through?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rajiv.
Oh, I still don't know what I'm doing.
Did we lose Rajiv?
Rajiv, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I just was asking you the username for the particular Instagram site because it looks like the company has more than one Instagram site. I'm actually on one now.
It was in the email, but it's Care Beyond Official.
All right, thank you.
Rajiv, it's Peter.
Yes.
Can we? So I just went to Instagram and voted on the video, but can we clarify again how one engages with the contest? By voting.
Okay, so you the process or the reason?
Yeah, exactly. Because I voted on the video, but now to revisit it, I couldn't find it.
Right, because it's a story, so it'll show up. You just have to look at stories, and then you'll be able to see the stories. So yeah, so the idea is that you just go first, follow Care Beyond Official, and then you will see the stories that are on Care Beyond Official. So as soon as you start following it, go to your homepage, and you'll see that Care Beyond Official appears on the very top on the stories, okay? And you'll see CB, so you'll know immediately that's Care Beyond story. So you just click on that Care Beyond story, and it'll start playing the video, and then, you just vote on that.
Great. Okay.
Okay, so Peter, since you got it, you can then post it on the WhatsApp.
Great. Okay.
Good. Okay. Are there any other questions? I heard Chris. Pastor, come in.
I kept pushing buttons. I didn't know if anybody had ever heard me, so I just gave up.
No.
What?
I'm with you. I got you.
I don't always understand the phone, so what can I say? Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing phenomenally fantastic. I think I'm going to get with Peter and pick his brain so I can understand. I'm not computer driven, so I don't even know what Instagram is. But somebody's going to teach me because I don't know. Once I get it, I'll be able to get everybody on it. So I have to understand what this Instagram is. It seems as though I'm coming flying into the 21st century. So that's a good thing. Okay.
Yes. And I've recruited some people for you, Pastor.
Thank you. That's
So,
why we have the best team in the world. Because
no. On your team. On your team. I've recruited somebody on your team to help you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So Alora is amazing. She's got really, really, really good Instagram skills. And, I've talked to Kim's other daughter, Rakia. She's willing to also help out when it comes to support for, computer-related support. She's Instagram queen. So, Kim, you're going to have to convince Rakia for that. To help, maybe do a little session in Orlando or something like that, or in Panama City. But I think you guys, I seriously think that it's going to be awesome.
Laura is just up the street, so I think I agree with you 100%. We need to do a training in Orlando.
There you go. Maybe let's do this. You have the Super Saturday on the 16th, right?
Correct.
We need to create, and I understand Tim wants to talk, and everyone wants to talk, but I think we need to do a training session on social media. Let's do an hour of social media in there, if we can, and I think it'll be beneficial for people to do that.
Yeah, this is Bob. I think that's a great idea.
I do too.
Okay.
I will write it in. Thank you. I like that suggestion.
I do 3.
Bob, hope you're doing well.
I am. I'm doing lots better. Thank you.
welcome, sir. And I know you've got a lot of things going on there, so take it
keeping up with the Energizer.
Yeah, I know.
Rajiv, I just want to take a minute and say thank you for taking the time out of your day. Like you, I am not particularly partial to getting up early. I wake up every morning at 6:30, but I get up at 12. I know some people don't understand. The body wakes up at 6:30, but I get up at 12. That's why I tell people I don't sleep, because I'm fired up till 2, 3 in the morning. I'm fired up. I think I talked one person into bed last night. We were just going at the product so much, and they said, "Listen, Chris, I gotta go to sleep."
Chris, in closing, once you tell everybody what you told me about your sample and your challenge that you sold to the Haitian the young man yesterday, that you delivered product, go through that.
Yesterday we had a luncheon, and the guest that came, that we had come, he's the #1 car salesman for Nissan, Haitian car salesman in the state of Florida. So it was indeed a pleasure to have him come. Didn't know, because he walked in well-dressed in a suit, didn't know the challenges, and of course we had a slight language barrier, me at 115 miles an hour and he in Creole. But my English probably sounded like Creole to him anyway. But I said to him, I'm just following the pattern that we do. Somebody comes to a luncheon or comes to a function, we tend to let them try the product, let them have a patch. So I gave him a patch, and, as he sat down, we had a few pleasantries, and then he sat down. I gave him a patch. He put the patch on, and it wasn't until about 15, 20 minutes in that he got up, and I looked at him as he walked, and it looked as though he had a slight pain challenge. So I asked him when he came back, what's the challenge? And he said he's been in pain for immense months. They're not exactly able to figure it out, but they said that it was probably arthritis. So I reached over and I took a Thermelt and I handed it to him. I said, listen, when I first came in, my ring finger, I couldn't bend my fist. I couldn't make a fist. My ring finger would either pop in and then it would be extremely painful, or it would stay there and the ring seemed to have fallen in love with not coming off, and I tend to take jewelry off every night. So that was a problem. My pinky finger on my right hand was swollen, and that was a challenge. It turns out that I stuck my hand in a ceiling fan many years ago, and I've developed arthritis there. Started using the Thermelt consistently. I was using it off and on. It gets rid of the pain, but I didn't think about using it consistently every day till a couple months ago. I heard somebody talk about arthritis, and I said, maybe that might help. So I started taking it every day, and the arthritis is gone. I can take my ring off of my finger. The swelling isn't there. And I can now close both my right and my left hand again. I can form a perfect fist with my right, and I'm almost there with my left. And he looked at me and said, really? So he stood up again, and he moved, and he says, well, the pain is not as bad as when I came in. It definitely works. It's definitely working. So he turned around and got a pack of patches and a bottle of Thermelt. We actually sat down with Nadej and we started working on doing a radio program, which is probably going to jump off here in the month of March. We've kind of already set dates, and now we're just working on a meeting room because we're going to drive them from the radio to the meeting room. Ought to be a fun room. Chris in English and they're in Creole, but we're going to have some fun and we're going to take it to the next level. So the key point being, the takeaway from yesterday is that when you meet somebody, go straight for the results. Okay, give them a patch. It gets them the results immediately. We know that we have results from 3 minutes, and you know it was nice to have the girl who had that 3-minute result in the room yesterday, so she could exactly tell them how she felt within 3 minutes. The key is that if you sublingually let them know the facts of the matter, the rest of it happens. The product is going to do what it does, and it does what it does marvelously. Okay, so by the end of 15 minutes, you should be able to start closing. Okay, you should have started closing when you gave them the patch and finished closing in 15-20 minutes. You should be making a sale now. The challenge is that some people just don't have any product to sell. That's not my fault. That's yours. Okay.
That's
you need
true.
to have enough product so that when the person says they want more, you can take out a pack and hand it to them. I think Toya is online, and everybody she has is handing $100 bills to get their product. So it's just a matter of doing what you do. But I'm going to shut up because I tend to get cranked up, and we want me to step off so that.
Well, I think Pastor, this is an amazing story, and I just like to add one little thing to this challenge, right? This is a perfect thing that you did. Now, I want everyone to ask them if they can record their testimonial for after using the product for the first time, okay? And you say, look, I will email you the video. I will mail you the video right now. I just want to get a testimonial of it. And if you agree for us to post it, or if you can post it on your Facebook or Instagram, that and just tag me and tag Care Beyond, that would be phenomenal. So this is how we're going to be able to really get those testimonials out there.
Well, I'm going to say this. We've come steps this morning in terms of thought pattern, and just what you said. What I'm going to ask you to do, I know we have that Care Beyond banner in California, okay,
yeah,
that we can do testimonials. On the 16th, we're going to set up a camera, and if you would send me that big boy, I will have a number of people that are coming. I'm going to have everybody that's coming because we're getting ready to be badder than bad.
okay.
I'm going to have everybody come and bring those people with them so they can do their testimonials, so that we can have it recorded and we can give it to Tim and send it to you at the end of the day. Because Florida is about to become number one. We just have to
Right.
do that.
Right. No, but Pastor, that's fantastic. But what the best thing about this product is if they post it on their own Instagram or their own Facebook and just tag us, they can say whatever they want. If corporate posts if corporate posts their testimonials, they have to be in a certain way. But if you post it, and you're not a distributor and you just tested the product, you could say whatever you want on the product, saying, hey, gosh, man, I had pain walking in, I was doing this, and then, it went away, and I just tried the product. So it's very, very powerful when somebody sees it that and again, it doesn't need to be properly done behind a banner. You want it done in a live environment.
Gotcha. Understood.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. We are way over, but again, Rashid, I want to